Good morning, everyone. It's Dana Sacco, your CRM specialist and virtual assistant coach. And today I am talking about the whole idea of, let's start with this. The whole idea with the But Dana series is actually to overcome your fears. Why? Because we all have them. No matter what level of business we're at, you could be making, I don't know, we're going to go with a crazy number here and say $1 million per month, and you're still going to have those fears behind you. And it's one of those things that you're just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Dana, if I was making $1 million a month, I wouldn't have these fears. Okay, so let's back it down a little bit. Let's say you're making $10,000 a month, or $10,000 a month, and you're just cruising right along. I guarantee you have those fears. Why? Because I've had these fears myself. And today it's going to be about accepting money from any client, pretty much any client that has a pulse. If they have a pulse, hey, we're accepting, we're going to apply for that position because that money looks good, right? And because I can do that, because I can do whatever they're asking me to do. But then is it in the best interest of you and your business? And this is one of those things I think that we really need to think about. Why? Because we've been there. We've been there where we're chasing the money and not the dream and not the vision that you have. And what can happen when you do this is burnout. And we've seen it. Believe me, we have all seen it. I have been there. I guarantee you there are $1 million people in here that have done it. There are people out there that we have all had burnout, that we're just like, yeah, we're burning all this crap down. We are done. We're done with this. We're not doing anything else. Right? So then what do we do? What do we do when this happens? So what I want you to think about, and we all look at job ops. I don't know why. I think it's just a habit. We see them in millions of groups. We kind of scroll by them. And sometimes certain things catch our attention. For example, the other day I was looking, just doing my usual Facebook scroll through. And there was one that was looking for someone to do exactly what I do. And I was like, huh. So I went ahead and, I clicked on the whatever, read more, because I could only see part of it. And they weren't my ideal client. Could I do the work? Yes. Were they looking for someone ongoing? Unfortunately, yes. And that's not something I really am interested in doing. The clients that I work with, most of them, we complete the project. And then if they need some support, they'll come back to it. But it's not something that I work continuously with. But they wanted someone continuously. Okay. They were paying between $45 to $75 an hour. Okay. They were looking for someone that is looking to work 30 hours per week. Guys, I work 16 to 20 hours per week. So that kind of pushes. But, when I'm looking at it like, oh, they're going to pay me. So then I'm calculating in my head. Okay, I'm really not. I'm probably on a calculator. Okay, if I'm working at 30 hours per week, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to calculate it on here because I don't want to use my brain for that function. So, I'll be sitting here, I'll be like, okay, so they're going to pay me, and they're going to pay me $2,000 a week, $2,250 actually. And, then I'm like, okay, I work 4 weeks, that's $9,000 a month. And I'm like, dude, that's not bad, right? And I'm working for one client. And they want me to work 30 hours per week. And all of a sudden things start looking, they look kind of shiny. They look kind of bright. It's $9,000. I don't have to worry about dealing with attracting clients, things like that. But is it what I want to do? And the answer is no. It's not what I want to do. It may be what you want to do. And we'll even go on the lower end spectrum here of 45 times 30. So that's $1,350 a week times 4 weeks. That's $5,000 a month. And people are like, hey, that's not too bad. I could deal with that. And if you can deal with that and that is how you want to work your business, then absolutely fine, do it. Because that's what you're looking for. Me, I'm not looking for that. I want more freedom. I don't want to work 30 hours per week. If I wanted to do that, whatever. That time has passed by. I don't want to work those type of hours. So accepting money from just any person, and this can be in any type of situation. This can be in any type of, well, any position that you're in. Even if it's like, hey, someone's willing to pay $20 a month or $20 an hour for me to do general admin work. Awesome. Okay. I don't have to think about general admin, and they're looking for 10 hours a week. Awesome. Okay. That's an additional $200 a week. But I hate doing general admin work. So the energy that happens, and it's interesting because I've been thinking about energy a lot over the last week, 2 weeks now, and it's amazing how energy can change things. It's amazing how your outlook can change things. It's amazing how your energy plus outlook change a lot of different things. So when you're looking at it and you're like, oh, okay, this is like, what the hell? And you're looking at it, and I do not like to do journal admin work. I don't like it. So why the hell would I put myself through that? Why? Because we go into a scarcity mindset. And the whole mindset thing is, honestly, I've been in this business for 30 years, and we didn't discuss mindset. We didn't discuss those things. We discussed money. However, I'm going to talk to you about the fact that we are afraid of not having money. And by having the mindset that we will not have the money come in, what happens is that we close ourselves off to actual business opportunities that do make us happy. And this is hard, guys. This is really, really hard because I've been there. I mean, okay, once my mother passed away, my business shut down for 6 months. That is scarcity, guys. And it's not even that I need that money coming in. We are just fine because my husband and I planned for early retirement, God knows how many years ago, but it's still a scarcity mindset. We are afraid of it. We are afraid of not having. We are afraid of something not coming in. And by having this thought process of not having, then we're not necessarily in a mode or energy level, whatever thought process of accepting when something good will happen. So it was, when I was talking to my coach, Alyssa J. Dillon, about this whole thing, and her thing was, it's accepting money from anyone who has a pulse. And accepting money from anyone who has a pulse will not get you there. It will not get you to the end goal. And when I started really making this business into something I wanted it to be and turning my concept into my vision, into my goal, then I was accepting money from pretty much anyone. You wanted to pay me to do something? Awesome. This is my rate. If you're willing to pay it, I'm willing to do it. And that was exhausting. So the whole thing that I want to focus on, and the whole thing that I want to bring to you as amazing entrepreneurs and business owners, is that we're designing your business around your life and not your life around your business, because that's what I was doing. My life was being dictated by what my business was doing, and none of us started a business so that we could sit here, look at a computer all day, be tied to our phones, be afraid of missing something, because what we were afraid of missing actually ends up being where we forget that we're missing out on amazing things in life. I actually had to write something for a possible podcast interview today. I was invited and I had to do the application, blah, blah, blah. And they said, what was the turning point? And my actual turning point, and I was accepting money from pretty much anyone that wanted to give it to me. I mean, it was like, come on, I'm at $45 an hour. And I was one of the high people at $45 an hour, guys. And I had people left and right booking me. You know, that's how you get to those $10,000 months. Guys, I live at the beach. It's like right there. And I didn't see it. It was the end of July and I hadn't seen it yet. And I mean, literally, I hadn't even driven by the thing in the fancy little golf cart I've got. I didn't have it. Why? Because my life was being dictated from my business. And I would have to say, I can't do that right now because I have to do this for a client. Or this client messaged me. Guys, that's when I realized I'd had enough. And by changing the whole thing and it's changing your concept of accepting any client, because any client is not going to help you. Any client is not going to be the one that you do. And when I changed it from having, you know, hourly packages, and I had hourly packages at the time, I actually sat there and I changed it over to, this is what I'm going to do for you for a set rate. And I did that. And guess what, guys? The income was still there. And I could go and spend my day doing what I actually wanted to do versus what I thought I needed to do for other people. And that makes a huge difference. So I understand the wanting to have income coming in. I understand, and believe me, I've been there, of being afraid of not having income come in and stressing to the point that you can actually make yourself physically sick. And what you'll see when you open the door and you say, I'm open, the people that you want to come in will. The people that you want to work with will show up. They will be there. It's not necessarily instant overnight, guys. This isn't like, it cracks me up when people say, you know, they'll be like, I'm manifesting something and like it hasn't shown up yet. Guys, it's not instant. You have to believe in it. And it's not like making a wish. You're not making a wish upon a star. You actually have to believe in it and you have to be open for it. And by changing the mindset that I'm not accepting every client who comes through my door, will open the door for someone else to come in that is the client that you want to work with. And it's hard as hell to do that. But once you've done it once, you'll feel the switch. And once you've done that, I think I did a reel the other day that says that I was discussing, and women will understand this. I'm not sure about men. I mean, my husband's been the same size jeans since we've been married for, you know, and since I've known him for 30 years. But women, when we put on a pair of pants that we were like hoping, you know, would fit, and all of a sudden it's like they do, you know, they were your skinny jeans. And then all of a sudden you can fit into the skinny jeans. And then now you two fit into the skinny jeans and you're like, yes, everything is like going great. It is my world today. And this is like, you know, we'll start doing the happy dance, guys. You feel that energy and all of a sudden you look better. Why? Because you feel better. And the same thing goes with your clients. Once that clicks, once you've done it once you've done it, and once you've accepted that, the energy changes around you. And it's a really weird thing. It's not necessarily believing in it, but it's not how my mind works. but it does happen. And I've seen it happen, and it's happened in my own business where it's just like, whoa, okay, this is like really, really cool. And it's really neat to happen. So guys, I want you to actually think about who your ideal client is. In a few weeks, you're going to see me come out with, we're going to have a workshop on developing your ideal client. It is specifically for you to map out who the hell you want to work with. This is huge. And mapping out who you want to work with and then how you want them to interact with you it's all about who you want to work with, setting your boundaries, and designing your business to fit your life. Your life should not fit your business should fit your life. And that's what we're going to design. And that's what I help people design, which is what energizes me, and seeing it click in people's heads that they don't have to be there all the time. They don't have to be on the computer all the time. And they don't have to, they can pre-qualify people. I have one client, we have a pre-qualifying question that is literally, can you afford $200 a month to make your life better? That is their question. And people who hesitate on that are not her ideal client. And that's a very simple thing. And $200 a month for a lot of us is like, whoa, okay, that's not that big of a deal. It is, guys. It can be for someone. So, guys, I'd love to hear about some of the things that you've overcome. I'd love to hear about questions that you have regarding, how you accept your ideal client, or how you kind of walk away from the pay thing. I'd love to hear what some of the issues are you might have with that. And I'd love to hear from you. Just go ahead, drop it in the comments, send me messages. I love hearing from you guys. You guys are awesome. All right, guys, you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much, and have an awesome day. I'll hear from you.